Let us now try to understand what is recombination of colors. Now, to understand this phenomenon, we have to study the experiment that was done by Isaac Newton. And through this experiment, he came to the conclusion that white light or sunlight is made out of 7 colors. So he took 2 prisms and placed them at some distance in such a way that the bases of the 2 prisms were oriented opposite to each other. So here you can see the base QR, and in this prism we find that the base is Q dash R dash, but the bases are oriented opposite to one another. Or we can say the second prism is placed upside down with respect to the first prism. So this is how the 2 prisms have been placed side by side. Next, he passed a ray of white light through the first prism, and it got dispersed into 7 colors. But these 7 colors, on passing through the second prism, recombined and gave rise to white light. So this phenomenon of combining of all the 7 colors to give white light is called as recombination of colors. So this experiment led Newton to conclude that white light or sunlight is comprised of 7 colors. Another thing that we notice is that a prism gives rise to dispersion of light. A glass prism splits white light into 7 colors, but a glass slab does not split a ray of white light into 7 colors, or in other words, it does not show dispersion. So in prism, we find that the 2 interfaces, this is one interface PQ and the second interface is PR. So these 2 interfaces are not parallel to one another. Hence, we find that dispersion takes place, or splitting up of white light into 7 colors is brought about in a prism. But if you take a glass slab, this is a glass slab here. So if we see a glass slab, these are the 2 interfaces. Okay, these are the 2 interfaces, and we find that they are both parallel to one another. So whatever dispersion takes place on one interface is equal and opposite to the dispersion taking place at the second interface. Hence, we find that in glass slab there is no dispersion of light that is brought about. Now, if you just see the 2 prisms here, if they are brought in contact with one another. So if you just stick the 2 prisms together, what kind of a figure will you get? So here you have the 2 prisms. This is the first prism, and this one here is the second prism. So when 2 prisms are joined to one another, you get a glass slab. And so now I hope you must have understood that why the recombination of colors takes place when 2 prisms are used. That is, the dispersion brought about in the first prism is equal and opposite to the second one, and hence we find that recombination of colors takes place and light comes out in the form of white light. So this is what is meant by recombination of colors. This slide I am sharing with you, which is for the refractive index, the angle of deviation, the speed and the wavelength of red light and violet light. Now we have discussed all this in detail in the previous slides, and so this is only for your information with respect to red light and violet light, because they form the 2 extreme colors on the 2 ends. The red color is the first to come out when dispersion takes place, and the last one to come out is violet, and the other colors form the intermediate places. So this is just an informative slide. Coming to the last topic of the lesson, that is formation of a rainbow. A rainbow is a combined effect of refraction, dispersion and internal reflection of light. We have studied all these phenomenon and we get to see all these in the formation of a rainbow. So we all have seen rainbows in the sky, and we see them when there is rainfall and sunshine at a time. So the droplets of rain remain suspended in air. Some raindrops, they are so light that they remain suspended in the air. And these small droplets act as small prisms. And when light passes through them, it gets dispersed in the form of 7 colors and we see the rainbow. So rainbow is a rare phenomenon and it happens when we have both rainfall as well as sunshine. We can even enjoy a rainbow through a fountain, and in this while the sun is setting, if you're in a garden and you are seeing a fountain and you are facing the east, at that time you can see the rainbow through the fountain because the droplets of the fountain act as small prisms. The same phenomenon you can even observe in the morning, that is during sunrise, but then you will have to stand facing the west. So we find rainbows being formed in this manner. Let us see where these three phenomena take place in the rainbow. So here you have a droplet of water has been shown, and a ray of light has been passing through it. So there is change in the medium here. Here it is air. This is a water droplet. So there is going to be refraction of light. At the same time, dispersion also takes place. So both refraction and dispersion of light occurs. Then you can see a band of 7 colors. But here at this point, we find internal reflection being taking place because the critical angle value is crossed. It results in the total internal reflection, and so now you find that the rays get reflected back into the same medium from which they had come, and then at this point again we have refraction of light and dispersion of light taking place, and a band of 7 colors is formed, which is seen in the form of a rainbow. So all the phenomenon, three phenomena taking place in the same rainbow, that is refraction, dispersion and internal reflection. So with this we come to the end of this lesson. I hope you have understood all the topics. Please read the lesson and write down the question and answers, draw the diagrams, practice the diagrams, and that's all from my side. Thank you.